Janu Sirsasana. First, in the variation of introductory level. So in this case, the hips are straight, the thigh, the leg that is bent, is a little bit forward. In such a way, again, the hips and the chest can be in line in the direction of the frontal leg. In this variation, there is no twist involved, so it's going to be like other poses that are already straight with the hips, like Triangmukha Ekapada Paschimottanasana or Ardha Baddha Padma Paschimottanasana. You should create the resistance in the bent leg in such a way the outer thigh resists with the outer rotation and the sitting bone resists down. The other leg should move from the outer foot to the hip. So this condition is creating the stability of the sitting bones to the floor and also the sacrum. You can extend the arms up then, and then going to catch the foot. But when you are going to this condition, you should absolutely resist with the bent leg, with the outer rotation, sitting bone down, as well the frontal leg from the outer foot to the femur. And after that only, you can extend the side of the chest forward. If it's difficult to create this outer rotation, or it's difficult to create the condition of alignment because one leg is kept higher than the hip because hip resistance, so you're going to sit in the support, but the leg cannot go down because if the leg is going down, the tendency is to rotate the thigh forward, so it's easier compression in the knee as well. In special way, when you are going forward, the tendency is to rotate still more forward and compress still more the knee and the organs as well. When the thigh, the bent one, rotate forward, the spine and the organs have the tendency to collapse. So if you are supporting the thigh and you are keeping the resistance of the outer rotation, in the same time, when you are going to the final pose, the organs are moving back naturally, and the spine can create the division, the hips back, and the upper part of the spine extend forward. Obviously, it can be done with belt. You can just proceed as I showed before, and then gradually go forward. And then, if it's possible, bend the elbows and extend as much as you can the spine in the direction of the frontal leg. In case of particular stiffness or difficulties to extend forward, can be used the chair, catching the handle part, but always being careful that the action in the legs are kept and there is the division between the hips that is resisting on the support and the side of the chest that are moving in the direction of the handle. In active way, in case it's possible, do more. Passive. Final pose, Janu Sirsasana. As we saw before, for beginners, the hips are straight in such a way that it's possible to go directly forward. In the final pose, the bent leg is a little bit back. The condition of the hips is that is not anymore straight, but is a little bit diagonal. So Janu Sirsasana final pose itself include forward extension plus a twist. So here is very important to create the condition with belt or without, in such a way, catching the frontal foot with the opposite hand and resisting with the back leg, with the outer rotation and the back sitting bone down, this point. The side of the chest that is in relation with the bent leg can lift up, and then gradually, from the navel point, the rotation has to be created from the side of the bent leg to the opposite direction. So it's kind of close twist like Marichasana 3. So a variation to create this condition of twist all the time, step by step until the final step, is from here to proceed exactly like Marichasana 3. Catch the outer foot and increase the rotation. With both the hands, and then on the last, keeping the actions, move one hand in the other direction, and then proceed to the final pose. Otherwise, the final pose itself, catch the outer foot, so the front leg is going in the direction of the hip socket, the other leg is resisting with the outer rotation and sitting bone down, extend the side of the chest, rotate from the side of the bent leg to the side of the opposite leg. Change the position of the hand already, and then extend the side of the chest forward. Many times with the obsession to extend forward as much as possible, there is the tendency to elevate the back sitting bone and rotate the bent leg forward. This is obviously give the sensation that the spine can move more forward, but again, as I said before, can be a compression on the knee in this part. And also, the spine cannot really extend, as well the organs cannot be relaxed. There is the tendency to collapse the spine and the abdomen down. So as in all the standing poses, forward extension, the legs should resist in the direction of the hips resist backward, and instead the side of the chest and the spine itself have to move forward. So legs and hips in one direction, side of the chest and spine other direction. So it's not a bending with the front part on the lower part, but is an opposite movement. Legs and hips in one direction, side, chest, spine, opposite direction. So there is never the idea to go down. The idea is to go to the direction of the foot with the side of the chest and the spine, the legs and hips in the back direction.